Hello and welcome back everyone to another Sidemen React video. This one is you will not believe, well it's actually you won't believe, but you will not believe these football rules apparently. So you know me, I don't know much about football, so these are going to be all new to me. But yeah, you know me, so with that being said, let's get into this video right now.
What's good, guys? Welcome back to Sidemen Reacts, where today you have myself, Josh, and Simon reacting to ridiculous football rules from 1863. Now, it says in the title you won't believe these, but
I think we will.
I will believe them.
I'd argue that the rules today are stinkier.
Ooh,
okay.
Shots.
So are these rules that don't exist anymore, or rules that
still
exist?
I don't know.
I think don't exist anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like they won't exist anymore.
Alright, well let's see them.
Please don't snort the white lines around the pitch.
Oh my god.
Football is a game
that's a hairy thing, isn't it? No, just
new rules and regulations are brought in almost every year. But did you know that back in 1863, when the Football Association published the original laws of football for the first time ever, the goal had no crossbar?
What?
Yep. That's pretty crazy. And in this episode, we're gonna go through some of the interesting rules from way back.
Is that a rule though, or is
it
just people couldn't afford a crossbar?
It's like the goal is in if it goes between the two posts.
Between the sticks, yeah.
What, like 30 yards high?
Yeah.
There's no rules.
Save that keeps, mate. Come on.
Yep.
As mentioned, with the OG 1863 rules, the game we all love looked and was played way differently. The maximum length of the pitch was...
Well, that said cows of the game.
At least some of them.
200 yards and the maximum breadth 100 yards. And to put this in perspective, the FC Barcelona home pitch Camp Nou is about 115 times 74 yards. And when you look at these two side by side with the 1860,
Jesus Christ. Okay, that is actually wow.
Every time a goal was scored, the teams would switch ends, and the throw was awarded to the first player to touch the ball after it went out of play.
That's a sick rule.
These are much better rules.
That last rule eliminates time wasted.
You're not wrong.
Players got to go run into the crowd. Give it a fucking ball.
Give it to me.
Every time a goal is scored, the teams change goals.
Yeah.
That's jokes. Imagine you'd be pissed, right? If a team, if it was 5-5 and it went 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, like that. One side sees every single goal.
So all the goals, yeah.
Of whose team kicked it out. If you got to the ball first, it was yours. Interestingly, neither tripping nor hacking was allowed, and no player should use his hands to hold or push his adversary. Meaning that basically you were not allowed to make any tackles or use your hands to protect yourself or the ball. But honestly, my favorite rule from the OG law book is the definition of the goals. The goals had two upright posts, 8 yards apart, without any tape or bar across them.
Oh, okay, okay. So literally,
which basically meant that you could score at any height.
What a goal!
Yeah,
It's like just keep getting leaned back as much as you can.
Through the goal post.
Basically, yeah.
8 feet or around 2.4 meters apart, which made the goal a lot more narrow than the 21st century full-size goal. No, but just imagine the modern game without.
So they're only 8 feet apart.
Yeah.
I had to make it taller, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't scoring an 8-foot goal.
How big is a 5-a-side goal?
7 feet or 8 feet. I think it's like 8 by 6.
Just imagine the modern game without the crossbar. What would it do to the tactics?
Simon would be known, but they would not exist without the crossbar.
Was added between the goalposts. In 1875, it was announced that the crossbar could be marked either with tape or an actual crossbar. And finally, in 1883, it was required to have an actual crossbar.
Oh, if you put tape and just let it hang
so the mad
really low, you have a really weird shaped goal.
Yeah.
Also, in 1863, all players were allowed to catch the ball with
What?
run with it or throw the ball after the catch. A so-called fair catch was rewarded with a free kick, meaning that basically you could catch a pass with your hands, place the ball down, and continue the game with
Is that just like Gaelic football?
This rule didn't live too long either, and in 1870, all handling of the ball became forbidden. Which makes you wonder, what about the goalkeepers? Well, funnily enough, In the original laws of football, there was absolutely no mention of goalkeepers. But in 1871, the year after all handling of the ball became forbidden, as we just spoke about, the goalkeeper was introduced as a player who was allowed to handle the ball for the protection of his goal any area of the pitch.
Any area of the pitch.
Any area of the pitch.
Oh my god. I just
backward.
What?
And any player ahead of the kicker was in an offside position. So in simple language, you could only pass the ball backwards. Otherwise, your teammate was offside. However, 3 years later, the offside rule was modified for the first time. And the player was onside as long as there were 3 opponents between the player
that's such
and
a
the
weird
opposing.
rule. Offside is such a weird rule.
Yeah, it really is.
Offside rule or
the current one. What decides like why you can be onside if you're behind the ball, even if you're like the ball has to go forward, but you also can't be offside if it's like a throw in or an indirect or a free or a goal kick or something like that. Like there's so many weird intricacies to it.
I don't understand offsides. Not gonna lie, just my brain don't understand it.
It's also to stop the other team from being able to permanently keep you offside by staying high up the pitch.
But then there's other things like, okay, so if the goalkeeper is up for a corner and there's a defender there, that's
the second offside is the second last opponent.
And that's what I mean. It's the second last. That's weird.
It's better than this one where it's free defenders.
Yeah.
True.
It still remains as one of the biggest talking points of the game.
Of course. VAR.
Now, funnily enough, the 1863 rules mention nothing about the length of the match or the number of players on the pitch. And there were
oh my lord.
punishments for breaking the rules. And it was first in 1874 that the umpire was introduced. The umpire was basically the first referee, as believe it or not, for the first 11 years, team captains were generally expected to make sure all rules were being followed. Just take a moment to try and imagine Messi and Ramos refereeing the game together in the middle of El Clasico. That would be something else. So as a little summary, in 1863, when the first laws of football were published, the pitch was, well, quite unique. The goals were super narrow and had no crossbar. You couldn't tackle. You couldn't pass the ball forward, but you could catch the ball with your hands. There was no mention of the length of the match or the number of players on the pitch.
You could have 100 players and play for 10 hours.
That was played under the OG rules.
Yeah.
Was a goalless 0-0 draw between Barnes and Richmond. No goals whatsoever. Anyway, as mentioned, these were some of the crazy rules from way back in the days. Not all of them. And in the nearly 160 years, football has evolved a lot. So next time, a new rule gets added to the law book. Don't be mad and just remember that it's been happening forever.
No, just end it down. There's more
just all right. Okay.
What odds on us playing the game with them rules?
You know how small that goal would look? It's an 8-foot
we'll
goal.
Keep the goal as normal, but we'll follow the rest of the rules.
For an 8-foot goal on a pitch bigger than the Nou Camp.
Find the pitch bigger than the
we can have 100 people playing on each team.
Or it might not even be even. Like one team could have 100, the other
one team can have 400, one has 4.
Yeah, I'm down.
So we got to find a large piece of land with very well kept grass, and then you got to find 4 sticks
and friends.
And then friends.
Yeah.
We don't need friends actually, Simon. It should be 3 versus 4.
True.
On a large piece of land.
Yeah.
With 4 sticks.
Well, you can't pass.
You can't pass
forward.
backwards.
Yeah. So you don't want to have too many players, otherwise.
Passing it backwards in football is actually kind of long all the time.
Half the teams do it anyway. You watching the other day?
True. It's still coming home. I say. Well,
is it though? Is it?
Might be locked out.
I don't know if it is or not. I'm not paying attention. Not gonna lie. I'm sorry.
It's coming home to France.
Puissance. Dans la puissance.
So, yeah. Wow. Imagine playing like these old rules nowadays. Oh my lord. It wouldn't be fun to watch. Like, granted, I don't watch much football, but when I do, I really enjoy it because, it's like, but with like 8-foot goal, like just no goalkeeper, like what do you even do? Like, God. I was like, it seems kind of boring, not gonna lie. Just that little bit. Just a little bit. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this crazy football rules that were in the 1960 something? Or was it 1860 something? Crap, now I can't remember. Well, whenever it was, because my brain can't remember. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see all you beautiful, wonderful people in the next video. All right? Bye.